Hello everybody, I'm Mark and welcome to the 2019 year in review. 2019 was a great year for the channel. We gained over 400 subscribers, we got over 100,000 views, over 6,000 watch hours, over 400,000 watch minutes. Our like to dislike ratio on our videos was almost 97%, and for milestones, we gained over 100,000 views, and we hit the subscriber mark of 1,000. That was a pretty great year, just being able to get all that, have a bigger audience, being able to make a little bit of money just for doing what I like doing. That's just amazing. We visited 4 states to visit steam locomotives. We were in Colorado, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. Although it seems that all this year was filled with good and great things, that was not the case, however, because there were some times where things did not go at all as planned. For starters, we got shut out of trains at 3 different places. The first place was at the Nickel Plate Road 765's event, the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad, the Steam in the Valley event. I drove 2 hours to Akron just to film the second day, only for them to stop right in front of us, but the steam engine was still behind us, and there was no way to even get the steam engine on that shot, and that pretty much cost us the whole day because we didn't even film that day. We just saw the train, and they did the run-bys before the return trip, which we expected the run-bys that they do every year to happen afterwards and get to our next shot. We were only going to be able to get one more shot, and we would have to wait over 2 hours, more like 3 hours to get it, so we just went home. That was a huge failure. The second failure that was major was at the Strasburg Railroad in October. We traveled 4 hours to see the 611 and 475 in-cab experiences, only to realize that they weren't allowing us to film the train, and I had to stand in the graveyard with a not-so-great zoom and get some okay pictures in the fog, and it kind of turned out to be a failure of a day. And even though I was going to chase the regular trains afterwards, I would have to wait 2 hours only to be able to get some shots because they were blocking off the crossings. That was another disappointment. The final disappointment we had, which wasn't quite as major because we knew about it in advance, was we were planning to go to the Black River and Western Railroad in July, but they shut down because of extreme heat, which was extremely unfortunate, but at least we didn't drive an hour only to find out later. Although we had these major disappointments throughout the year, that did not affect me from having an amazing year at all. For starters, I saw 16 steam locomotives, 9 of which I have never seen before. I saw the Everett Railroad 11, Strasburg Railroad 90, Durango and Silverton 476, 473, 482, and 486, the Cumbraes and Toltec Scenic Railroads number 463, 484, 488, and 489, Reading and Northern 425, Nickel Plate Road 765, Norfolk and Western 475 and 611, CNJ 113, and finally New Hope and Ivyland Railroad 40. So the 7 engines that I have seen before are 90, 475, 425, 611, 482, 486, as well as New Hope and Ivyland 40. 11, 476, 473, 463, 484, 488, 489, 611, and 113 I've never seen before. And those were incredible engines that I had a great time filming and or riding. The days I saw these engines were as follows. I saw Everett Railroad 11 on March 23rd and October 13th, Strasburg Railroad 90 on May 26th and October 5th, 476 on June 10th, 473 on June 10th, 11th, and 12th, 482 on June 10th, 11th, 12th, and 16th, 486 on the June 11th and 12th, 463 on June 13th, 484 on June 13th, 14th, and 15th, 488 on June 13th, 489 on June 12th, 14th, and 15th, 425 on July 6th, 765 on September 21st, 475 on October 5th and 26th, 611 on the October 5th and 26th. November 30th was 113, and December 28th was New Hope and Ivyland 4. Okay, that's a lot, but the main engine I saw the most this entire year was one of my favorites, Durango and Silverton 4E2, which was amazing. I absolutely loved that engine to death, and I was so happy to have my whole Colorado trip almost every single day seeing that locomotive. And to go back to one of the upsets I had this year of not being able to film the Strasburg Railroad that late October day with 611, 475, and 90, which was also running, I was able to go to the Wanamaker, Kempton, and Southern, which I consider my home railroad because that was the first place I ever went to see a train. And I was able to see their diesel, number 734, not to be confused with Western Maryland Scenic Railroad 734, but I saw that on October 26th. So all in all, that was 17 locomotives that were operational that I filmed, 16 of which were steam locomotives. Then the railroads I visited this year were the Everett Railroad 2 times, Strasburg Railroad 3 times, the Durango and Silverton 4 days, Cobras and Toltec 4 days, the Reading and Northern 2 times, the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad 2 times, and then the New Hope and Ivyland 1 time. Aside from the trains, we also got all new camera gear. I got a brand new camera, 2 lenses to go with it, new microphone, tripod, camera bags, and other accessories to go with it, so that completely upped the production value that I have. And just one final thing was that I was able to meet many great friends of mine that were photographers, people who were videoing. I had a great time at almost every single trip, considering the unfortunate circumstance that happened a couple times. But other than that, I had a great year, and I can't wait for what 2020 has to hold. I would hope to return to see almost all of these engines, aside from maybe the Colorado ones and New Mexico ones, since I might not be able to go out there again this year. But all of the ones that are in Pennsylvania, Ohio, even though I didn't go to New Jersey this year, but all of those engines I would love to be able to see again this year, and be able to eventually get some more camera gear to do more things, but that's for a later time. But I'm just going to keep saying this, 2019 was the best year of my life. I had so many great experiences aside from railroading, and at the railroads I had a great time. I couldn't say anything less about this amazing year. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. 2019 was a great year. I can't wait to see what 2020 has to hold, but only time will tell. I hope you all have a great new year and have a very successful and healthy new year.